In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a Socrative link to Genially, your Genially interactive image. So first of all, let's go to the image. I'm just going to use the same one as I had before. There it goes. So it's ready to add things to it. Now let's go to Socrative. I need to log in. So obviously, to be able to share something, you need to log in as a teacher, assuming you've got an account already. Quite easy to set up. I'm also going to assume that you have a quiz of some kind or some sort of Socrative activity that's ready to go. So I've got quite a few quizzes on here. It doesn't really matter for the purposes of this which one I use. Let's go with... I should of course have one to do with global warming, but never mind. Let's go with academic style. So I go in there. I want to launch this quiz. The next option you want, so this is the one I use when I'm in class and we're all answering together, and then we can reveal the answer bit by bit. This is the one you want, I think, for the purposes of online standalone activities. So you click on, you have to consider whether you want to require names. Possibly not. I don't think it's really necessary. You probably do want to show question feedback. You can try some of these other ones too. You might want to consider showing the final score too. That means the person will get an idea of how well they've done. So let's click on start, and you'll see that it's ready to go. So the next thing I need to do is to share it. Now the way this is done is actually quite simple. What you do is you come back to your Genially. You come back to your Genially, and at this point you need to add a link to a Socrative student. You have to remember what your room number is. That's going to be important. And you're going to add a link to Socrative student. So the first thing is to go to Socrative student, copy the login here. That's the link that we want to add to Genially. And then when we're in here, we want to, well, I'll show you a good way of doing it. So what we do is we add text. I'll make it as small as possible. Need to change the color of this. And this is where I write my instructions. Click on this link to... You can decide what your instructions are going to be. Or you could say to try a quiz about topic X. Doesn't really matter too much as long as it's nice and clear what students are going to be doing. The other thing to bear in mind with Genially is that it will show you this grid line so you can line up where your text goes. So now, if I want to add the link, I come here. I can just add the link. Now that should work. Right, so in order to check the link, whether the link works, it won't work if you're already using the same browser. So I'm using Google Chrome here. If I try to go to Socrative on Google Chrome, because I've already signed into Socrative, it just won't let me do it. So what I need to do instead to test whether this Socrative link works is to copy the link address, go to a different browser if you're worried that it's not working or something. Or you could send it to get a friend to open it or whatever. But this is one way to check it. So I paste the link in here. And then now this should work. So I put in the code for the room. It'll allow me to write my name. And let's see if this is working. It looks like it's working. It's allowing me to go through it. So good, so that's worked, and that's how you include Socrative link into your Genially.